What's up, guys? This is Hunter the Ray Dragon. I am here today to bring you guys a live reaction for the season finale for the Death Battle series, and this is the Thanos versus Darkseid Death Battle. Let's go ahead and jump into this.
Analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Over 1,000,000 years ago, when mankind's evolution first broke away from the apes, the cosmic celestials arrived on Earth. They experimented on the human race, creating 3 separate variants. The powerful and beautiful Eternals, destined for immortality. Those with a latent mutated gene, which would one day spawn the X-Men. And a deformed, disturbing subspecies known as the Deviants.
Like that one website with all the porn.
What?
Anyway, the Eternals eventually colonized the moons of Saturn thanks to this science wizard named Mentor, whose collar's like the lampshade I put on my dog to make him stop licking his junk.
Charming. But while the Eternals seemed like a perfect people, Mentor's own son would change this forever and force the cosmos to its knees. His name was Thanos.
You were a fool to betray me, Ronan. Prepare to meet your doom.
Thanos was born into a life of luxury. Sure, his mom went totally insane and tried to kill him right away, but what do you think you'd do if you popped out a creepy California raisin baby?
It seems the Celestials' experiments weren't quite so different from each other.
That's
Despite
nice.
His eternal heritage,
That's nice.
Thanos' large, disproportionate body and thick
California
purple skin
raisin
were thanks
baby.
to a deviant mutation.
Which you'd think would mean everyone would hate him, but nope.
Apparently
the Eternals
he's
were
popular
super progressive
deviant,
and totally cool with a wrinkly grimace walking around.
In fact, Thanos was greatly admired for his exceptional intelligence and creativity. He was set for a positive and decorated future.
Until he threw it all away for a girl. Hey, I don't blame him.
Not just
Lots
any
of guys
girl,
do
though.
crazy shit for hot chicks, especially when you're a secret
finest
murder-happy
girl in the
psycho who's
world.
obsessed with the physical manifestation of death.
To earn Death's reciprocal love, Thanos took a journey, a quest, to ravage the universe in her name.
And as an Eternal, he had plenty of superhuman power to do it. He was already the strongest and fastest Eternal around, but he boosted his power even more with bionic and magic enhancements.
And while his physical and psionic abilities are impressive, his incredible genius led to building massive spaceships, shields that can withstand planet-level attacks, and even a time window.
And the most badass throne ever. It comes packed with its own laser weapons, light speed travel, and it can teleport through space and time.
And unlike most Eternals, Thanos has also dabbled in the mystic arts. Petrification, curses, even some of his throne's abilities seem to be more magic than hard science. All of this potential makes Thanos an incredibly dangerous foe.
Definitely a good match for
good
Superman.
luck trying to hurt him. He can survive pretty much anything, including a gun specifically designed to kill him. He even shot himself in the face with it just to prove how goddamn awesome he is. Don't try that at home, kids.
He's strong enough to overpower 2 Thors at once, snap a universal weapon known for its extreme durability, and even lift the gargantuan Galactus engine.
A giant super rocket big enough to move planets. According to Mr. Fantastic, and that guy knows his stuff, this thing is hundreds of miles long. While
the Galactus engine's size seems to vary from comic to comic, Reed's assertion matches its appearance when it propelled Ego the Living Planet. By examining the engine in 3 separate parts, applying the density of steel, and comparing Ego's diameter of 4,165 miles, we've found that Thanos must be lifting about 50 quintillion tons.
Damn.
That's like holding up 140 trillion Empire State Buildings.
With King Kong on it.
Doing this inside the gut of a living Kurt Russell planet that eats other planets and even stars. Man, I thought I had an iron stomach.
But destroying a star isn't a simple thing. Any energy directed toward a star would just be absorbed and adapted to. Only by completely nullifying a star's constant energy output can it be eliminated.
So Ego's stomach acid must be deadlier than freaking supernovas or a black hole. He'd probably love Mama Boomstick's world-famous ghost pepper pie.
Ugh.
It's fine, just dip it in some
ghost
squirrel
pepper.
paste.
Surviving the stomach of Ego isn't so far-fetched for Thanos, considering he's also survived a dip in a black hole, extreme reality warping across the metaverse, and the voice of Black Bolt.
What's so special about this guy, you ask? Well, with just a whisper, he obliterated 1 billion tons of rock. This guy can easily break a planet with just one shout, and Thanos took 3 of them to the face.
Although Thanos isn't known for being a speedster character, he's still quick enough to battle the likes of Silver Surfer. a being who can cover 500,000 light years in just a couple of seconds, putting him over 3 trillion times faster than light.
Yeah.
With so many impressive showings, it's hard to truly find a weakness.
Except for one.
Oh, God damn it.
Deadpool!
Thank you. Glad to be here. It's me, Deadpool, slayer of Deathstrokes, befriender of ponies, and breaker
Slayer
of
of
mad
Deathstroke.
titan hearts. And like Casanova, the ravenous reaper can't get enough of me. Thanos just hates that. Ooh.
Well,
Salty.
Thanos did curse him so he couldn't die and be with her.
Thanos is salty.
No, right? He's a big purple crybaby. Have you seen that chin, though? It's like he got hit in the face with a slap chop.
Don't you have like a party in Ponytown to be at?
Ah, come on,
He's
buddy.
still
You
in
can't have a
Ponytown?
death battle season without Deadpool, right?
We did. The last one.
Nobody counts that one. I mean, that's the year you pit a dog in a trench coat against a goddamn bear.
Ha!
What did you think would happen?
Yeah.
Whatever. I know when I'm not wanted. See you next year. DP out.
Out.
Oh, good riddance.
Even with all of these powers and abilities, Thanos still felt he needed something more to impress
Lady Death.
Think he's compensating for something, Wiz?
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. So he built the Infinity
'Cause he
Gauntlet,
can't lay the
a
pipe
golden glove which
down
harnessed the power of
on
6
Lady Death.
multicolored gems, known as Infinity Stones. With these, he could control the full spectrum
so
of
he
space,
accidentally became
reality,
stronger than
mind,
her.
power, soul, and time.
And with those powers combined, he summons Captain Planet.
Well, more like the destruction of half the universe, but sure,
Earth.
whatever.
Steve. Fire. Wind. Water. Heart. Go
Eh,
planet.
same difference. But wait,
Said Walter
isn't the
instead of
Time
water.
Stone the green one in Doctor Strange's necklace?
Well, in the movie universe, the Time Stone is green, but in the original comic series, it's orange. This is because every universe has its own unique Infinity Gauntlet that works exclusively there. And sometimes the stones are different in color. Here,
Right.
just follow this handy diagram I made.
Yeah, don't care. So with all the stones, he wiped out half the universe with only a snap of his fingers. But he also started going a bit crazy and began to doubt his ability to perform. Hey, happens to the best of us.
Yet it never keeps
No,
the
it
Mad
doesn't.
Titan at bay for long, whose constant lust for power and godly status in the universe is only matched by his drive to just kill everybody.
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say,
I am here.
I am.
Just
10 billion years
they're
ago,
all
the
gone.
primeval old gods clashed in a cosmic civil war called Ragnarok.
That the one with Thor and Jeff Goldblum?
No. Yes, kind
Yes
of.
and no.
The battle was so great that the result was an explosion that tore the gods asunder, sending a great god wave throughout the metaverse,
God
eventually
wave?
birthing a new generation known
The new
as
gods.
the New Gods.
How original! Well,
Can
some
come
of
up
these
with something
include
else.
Alpine Space Skier, Fancy Pants Shakespeare, and this cyborg spider Humpty Dumpty. Half of these guys ended up on a beautiful
The fuck?
paradise world called New Genesis, while the rest got stuck on an actual fireball called Apocalypse. Okay.
Among these damned souls was Prince Euxis, second in line to the throne behind
Prince
his older
Euxis.
brother Drax. Not Dave Bautista Drax, but DC Drax.
yeah,
Aw,
DC
man,
Drax.
I really
God,
like that guy. He's not afraid
God
to
damn
say
it,
what
Marvel
he's
and
thinking.
DC.
You are horrifying to look at, yes.
To
Shit,
rule
that's
Apocalypse,
cold.
Drax was
That's
meant
hurt.
to enter
That's
the mysterious
seriously
Omega
fucked up.
Pit and absorb the Omega Effect, a force of destructive entropy bound within Apocalypse.
But being the
Omega
crafty
beam.
bastard he was, Euxis tricked DC Drax into getting killed and stole the loot for himself.
And so the Omega Effect transformed Euxis into the physical manifestation of tyranny, Darkseid.
Now what?
Now you die.
Oh,
As the
shit.
king of Apocalypse, Darkseid entered
And
a war
he
on
had
the
the
universe.
freaking God of
Whether he
War
was
thing on
kicking
his
New
belt.
Genesis' ass or giving the Man of Steel a hard time, Darkseid was always working toward his one goal: conquering all life.
And
Kill
thanks to his new god
everything.
physiology, he has incredible superhuman strength, speed,
Whack.
agility, and even immortality. He's already over 245,000 years old, and that's given him
Old as
plenty of
dirt.
time to push the limits of the Omega Effect.
He's got a whole bunch of cool Omega powers that break all the rules of nature.
Omega
He can
beam.
teleport across time and space, fly at unthinkable speeds, warp reality around him, and grow supersized.
Something he's pretty used to doing. The scale between the Prime Universe and Darkseid's own universe, the Fourth World, is vast. He travels between universes via boom tubes, which automatically adjusts his size to what is considered normal within his destination. Otherwise, he'd have a hard time fitting in, given that the normal size of a new god is about the size of a star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that kind of trouble with my boomstick tube.
He can use various psionic powers like telekinesis and telepathy, and can easily manipulate sentient beings thanks to a cosmic awareness of the multiverse powered by 18 divine senses.
18 divine
I bet he
senses.
never forgets where he leaves his keys.
Like a
type of
space-age
senses
necromancer,
are those, I
Darkseid can
wonder?
possess living or deceased beings, controlling them like puppets.
Or deceased.
He can even control basic inanimate objects, just like the Nomad of Nowhere.
Holy
The
shit!
nomad nowhere.
Wiz, never thought I'd say this, but I might have had too much to drink.
You think?
But Darkseid's deadliest technique is his signature Omega Beams. These burning lasers of hatred are capable of instant sharp turns and tracking multiple targets at once.
They're splitting up. They can do that? They're locked on us.
On contact, the beams can either disintegrate their target, transmute matter, erase beings from existence, or trap enemies in the Omega Sanction. The Omega Sanction is a sort of life trap. Its target enters a self-contained reality where they live out an infinite number of lives for eternity.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad. I'd just do a Bill Murray and use all those lives to learn piano or save a dog or... Yeah, that's probably about it.
Well, there's a catch. Each life in the Sanction gets progressively worse as it goes, including how you die. When the third Mr. Miracle was trapped in it, he was fairly unaware until he was beaten, burned, mutilated, and castrated, broken to a point of intentionally overdosing. And that was just his first life in the Sanction.
Oh. No thanks, I'm good.
Yeah, you
To
good.
overpower the multiverse, Darkseid would face some pretty steep competition. However, his power eclipses those of even some of the strongest heroes around.
Including
He's fast
Superman.
enough to take a trip to the Source Wall in just a few seconds. That's at the very edge of existence. So, like, you're not gonna be able to map quest that shit.
The edge of the observable universe is about 45 billion light years away, and scientists hypothesize the actual scale is over 106 sextillion times greater.
Yep.
It took a whole year for the legendary Helm of Nabu to make this journey. But for Darkseid, all of 5 seconds. To pull this off, he'd have to be moving over 87 duodecillion times the speed of light.
Which is totally a real number that I understand.
Yeah.
But if he's super big in
Decillion.
Fourth World, wouldn't he have an easier time getting to the edge?
We're factoring the scaling across his universe as a whole. Besides, technically the Fourth World is 4 billion years older than our own universe, so the distance to the edge is probably even further.
He's so quick, he can choke out Superman
I
before
thought it
he
was
even
called the
sees
War
him
World.
move, or knock
They
him
said
out
Fourth
cold in
World.
just a few bitch slaps. And Superman can survive supernovas to the face. Also, since Darkseid wasn't affected by the Crisis Mega Reboot, it's still canon that he can blitz pre-Crisis soups.
Oh,
who
yeah.
can sneeze solar
I
systems
forgot about
away.
that.
Darkseid is strong
Because
enough to crush a
Darkseid-
lantern ring with
Darkseid
ease,
is
destroy
really
planets with his Omega Beams,
in his
and
true
wipe out the
form.
Justice League with a single strike.
Is above
Even with all
the
this power,
universal
Darkseid believed he
reset, the
could not
multiversal
dominate the
reset.
universe until he discovered his ultimate prize.
same thing with Lucifer,
the
actually.
anti-life equation.
Ha! I knew numbers were bad for you. Take that, Miss Jensen, and your stupid ruler.
The anti-life is technically an entity of its own, a fragmented piece of the source from which all life originates. However, Darkseid discovered a formula which essentially manipulates the anti-life's presence in all living things, in a manner which definitively proves that all freedom and hope are meaningless efforts.
Meaning.
So it's math that just makes you sad.
Yes.
So reality.
And a slave to Darkseid, but yes. So the anti-life is pretty weird, but you know what's even more so? The Darkseid that you think you know isn't actually Darkseid.
Say what now?
He's
He
not.
became the very essence of tyranny itself. This non-corporeal god rests in the higher plane of Fourth World and molds avatars of his consciousness to interact with the multiverse around him. While each avatar is weaker than his true self, it's a necessary handicap, as his
So
own
this is
existence in
why-
a universe other than Fourth World would shatter the laws of
I know.
reality,
I think I know
ending
who's going
time
away
and
now.
space as we know it. The sheer power of the Omega Effect threatens entire cosmos, similar to how its equal, the Astroforce, could counter an Oblivion Bomb, capable of annihilating the universe in a single blast.
Holy shit! His avatar may lose some power, but it's still tough enough to survive a bomb Lex Luthor designed to rip apart existence, and a shot from Marvelous Marno's Master Blaster, which sounds like it was made up by a circus clown. And that kind of makes sense because apparently no life form can stand up to it. Just like clouds.
Except for Darkseid.
Well, Darkseid isn't immune to all guns. All you need is a neat little Radion bullet.
Think of Radion as the new god's kryptonite. Despite all his power, Darkseid is far from invincible. He's had his heart ripped out, his soul stolen by death, and his essence shattered by Superman, singing.
Hey, Darkseid, look at this photograph!
To this day, even after so many cataclysmic events, the Lord of Apocalypse continues his mission. Every living being in the multiverse will bend
actually
to the
having him
will
shattered
of
in his presence shattered doesn't seem all that impressive. I don't even think that was a feat. I think that was just something stupid.
I grant you a quick death.
Omega. So now, before we actually get into this, my prediction, I think Darkseid is gonna win because you guys have to remember. The Infinity Gauntlet only works within its own universe. Outside of the universe, it is completely useless. Darkseid is a being that eclipses the entire multiverse to the point where if he actually summons his original self into the multiverse, all of reality will go. It'll just be gone, all of it gone. So I think Darkseid is going to win here. Although I'm gonna be surprised if Thanos actually does win, because even though Darkseid is that powerful, there's still some way that Thanos could actually win, and that's because of the Infinity Gauntlet's actual power. The Infinity Gauntlet's true power actually goes beyond death itself. Death itself is the power of death for the entire multiverse, and if the Infinity Gauntlet in one universe is stronger than death of the entire multiverse, then there is probably a chance that he can defeat Darkseid. But there's also another reason why I think Darkseid is going to win. It's that ability to basically make you experience millions of lives within yourself, and to the point where it gets super bad to where you dying in the most horrific ways possible. I think Darkseid will put him into that thing and then murder him with the anti-life equation, because the anti-life equation is a piece of the source, and if it's a piece of the source, it's far beyond the Infinity Gauntlet, because while the Infinity Gauntlet was created from one being, like one ultimate being, it's still nowhere near the level of the anti-life equation, which is a piece of a being far beyond, of the being on par with the one, no, not on par with, but somewhere near, actually probably far beyond the what's the guy, the Spectre, I believe, or is the Spectre? Yeah, the Spectre is a part of DC Universe. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, I need something that can sate my godly hunger.
We're in the holiday season, so nobody wants to worry about preparing meals. Thankfully, cooking delicious, wholesome meals can be an easy feat with Blue Apron. Starting in January, Blue Apron chefs are working with health and wellness experts at WW, Weight Watchers Reimagined, to make a variety of fantastic recipes perfect for a healthy lifestyle. The new Freestyle Plan features 6 weekly recipes, and you can choose up to 3 per week, get pre-portioned ingredients, and create wonderful meals for as low as 4 smart points each. So enjoy your holidays without worrying about grocery shopping or planning. Let Blue Apron take care of that.
My favorite part is feeling like a master chef, making creative and delicious meals with my own hands. You guys really need to try it out.
It's pretty nice coming home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease.
So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free at blueapron.com/battle. That's blueapron.com/battle to get your first 3 meals free.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
You can fly, you can teleport, it'll send you through time and space, and it's perfect for gaming. You follow me? Sure you do. You're a forward-thinking guy.
We talk about the Infinity Gauntlet.
At last.
That'd be funny as hell if he was trying to sell him the Infinity Gauntlet.
Hey, Thanos! Buddy! How are you doing? Rocking that chin, as always.
Rocking that chin!
Get off my throne and kneel. face death at the hand of your new emperor.
You say some funny shit.
Destruction I command.
Supreme Emperor, I'm galactic, swiping away your tactics, crushing you under my feet.
Oh shit, this is nice.
I change reality when I think to the soul on it all. I'm the king of the universe now.
Dare strike me.
Put a stop to
Make for the sweet release of death. You first.
Oh shit. You know that doesn't affect Darkseid, right? Unless he wants it to. He's just fucking around right now, so it doesn't really matter.
Battle for the universe, let's get striking to the power and the force of the mightiest fighting. Energy blast, hit fast, like lightning. You win a new god or the hands of a titan. I'm the king. I'm the king. Yeah, hard and pride crash like when stars collide. Feel it all inside. I'm ready for your soul, your mind. I'm the king.
Woo! Right in the face, though.
I'm the king. I'm the king.
Thanos, why? Why the fuck did I say Thanos?
Don't give me love, just feel. Since I make my commit that the universe in my will, my power's making you feel. You ain't ready to roll. I got Death's phone number and I'm making a call. I'll walk through portals, step on the borders of time and space. You're never stopping this. King of apocalypse, turn planets into slaves. Better give me respect. I bring sparks to death battles. The Omega object. It all like the battle. Settle your debt. I took lives to get to the throne. I never regret. Heads roll when I step in. Give me your neck.
Oh shit. Watch out. I always love how that thing just moves around his face. It got curves and that shit can curve and all that. Did you just throw Jupiter? Yeah, fuck our solar system, huh?
I am Thanos. Thanos is supreme.
Thanos is supreme.
Thanos is God.
Thanos talks like a retard. Oh damn, a black hole. That's a super black hole? That's a super black hole. Not a super massive one, but it's still a super black hole. Just climb the fuck out. Uh-oh. Got to go in. Oh! He got big. The Mad Titan versus the new god. They just destroyed the universe. Oh, no they didn't. Almost. Could have sworn they just destroyed it. Huh? Oh shit, will the Mad Titan just do it?
These games bore me, but this will bring a smile to my face.
Ha! They stole that from the movie. It's not over, dude. Wait, is it over?
It'll have to wait.
Oh, nope.
Coward! Who are you?
How is he a coward? You're the one who's snapping.
I'll show you.
Welcome to the fourth world.
This is
who I am.
God. Didn't do a damn thing, dude. You're in another universe.
Reality is far from my own. You have no power here.
I am Thanos. I am all things. This is who I am.
What the hell?
Pitiful.
Dude. It's over. Oh, shady.
Oh my god, it's Deadpool with a gun!
Really? That's fucking shady. I knew this was gonna happen though.
Behold, in endless death.
An endless death.
So you watching any anime?
Really?
KO!
You're watching the anime!
That's the worst way he could have gone out, because now he's gonna be dying over
I knew it!
and over
I called that shit!
over.
I
Thanos
fucking
was an
called that
incredible
shit!
foe, especially while wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. Unfortunately, the gauntlet had a fatal flaw.
Doesn't
Yeah,
work
that golden
outside of
glove
his own
only
universe.
works in its own universe, and Darkseid could easily move the fight to new ones with his boomstick tube.
And he once had
Universe
that.
hopping is kind of his thing.
The
Dark-
Reed Richards of the Interdimensional Council of Reeds figured this out. Its 3 founding members, Reed, Reed, and Reed, each possessed
Reed, Reed, and
Infinity
Reed.
Gauntlets, but discovered that they couldn't work outside of their own universe.
Nope.
The gauntlet had no problem making Darkseid's avatar not feel so good. But since Darkseid's true form was always in the Fourth World universe, Thanos couldn't actually finish him off with the gauntlet.
Even if this fight took place in entirely neutral territory, the victor wouldn't change.
Nope.
Thanos' gauntlet wouldn't work, and true Darkseid's presence would actually just destroy everything just by being there.
But he didn't just lose because of the gauntlet. He really couldn't keep up with the space golem.
Even going toe-to-toe with a being as fast as Silver Surfer was nothing compared to when Darkseid took a trip to the edge of existence.
Yep.
This puts Darkseid almost 28 octillion times faster than Thanos.
And his Omega effect scales to the Astro Force, which could equal the Oblivion Bomb's universe-destroying blast. This means the Omega effect and Infinity Gauntlet were both pretty even in terms of destructive ability.
Where are
but
they now?
unlike Thanos, Darkseid can use his Omega powers whenever and wherever he wants.
Once he lost the gauntlet, Thanos could certainly survive star-level attacks, and even greater. But universal destruction is definitely a bit more than his purple Eternal Hide could handle.
No.
And even after that, Darkseid had plenty of ways to end the fight whenever he wanted, like the Omega Sanction.
The Omega
Thanos
Sanction.
was super powerful, but Darkseid was just faster, stronger, and even more ruthless.
And if you think about it, Thanos needed the Infinity Gauntlet to become a god, but Darkseid already
Is a
was
god.
Thanos just couldn't
Run the gauntlet!
Oh, you son of a bitch!
The winner is Darkseid. Hey, thanks for watching this
Fucking
year's season
Jesus.
finale. If you want the music from the
Well,
title, you can get it by...
I called that shit. I definitely called that shit. Of course, freaking Darkseid would win. He's a fucking, he's an actual guy, and Thanos needed the Infinity Gauntlet. One needs a device, and one just already has the fucking power. And no, the Omega effect and the actual Omega effect and the Infinity Gauntlet are not equal, because one is the power of gemstones from a god that has been deceased and only works in one universe. The Omega effect works all across the multiverse. It has no discernible weakness, not one that is similar to the Infinity Gauntlet, that is. So yeah, I called it. Darkseid won. It really was just the common sense that Darkseid was going to win this, because Darkseid is just fucking overpowered like a motherfucker. This motherfucker can't even fit in a single universe. That's how badass he fucking is. So yeah, but he's still not as strong as, say, Molecule Men, or wait, no, Molecule Men, and the likes of like freaking Beyonder and stuff like that. But he is definitely powerful. I would say if Darkseid is anything, he is a fifth dimensional being in his ultimate form, and this is not include, I guess, like his true power when he actually goes and destroys the entire. I think he did massive damage to the multiverse with his bare hands one time. So he might actually even be greater than fifth dimensional. But yeah, the Darkseid that Superman always beats is not the real Darkseid. It never was, and this Thanos and Darkseid is still faster than pre and post Crisis Superman, because even though there was a multiversal reset that started like the New 52, it doesn't affect beings that are far beyond the actual multiverse itself. That only works to beings that are not a part of the multiverse. I mean, the only time the universal reset works is when the beings are part of the multiverse. So yeah, called it. It was still a thoroughly enjoyable match, to say the least, but I was actually hoping to see the Omega Sanction, but we never actually saw that. He just lost the way I actually thought he was gonna lose, except for they didn't use the anti-life equation. You know why now though? Because that's overdue. That's overkill if they actually used it. Well, anyways, this has been Hunter Ray Dragon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys leave me comments down in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys thought about this battle. Make sure you guys share this on other social media, so it greatly helps my channel. And make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this content. This has been Hunter Ray Dragon, and I'm signing out. We'll see you guys later.